Russian troops stormed Ukrainian defenses through heavy fog in hours of Yar. In a dramatic operation amidst dense fog, Russian forces launched a bold assault on Ukrainian positions near hours of Yar, showcasing their ability to adapt to challenging battlefield conditions. Breakthrough under heavy fire. Using multiple BMD-2 airborne infantry fighting vehicles, Russian troops stormed fortified Ukrainian defenses while under constant threat from cluster munitions. The operation began with the Russian equipment advancing close to enemy positions, enabling troops to disembark and engage the Ukrainian forces in close combat. Cover fire from the BMD-2's 30mm automatic cannons provided essential support as the soldiers established their foothold. Ukrainian countermeasures and Russian resilience. Ukrainian troops responded with fierce resistance, deploying FPV drones to counter the assault. One of these drones successfully targeted and damaged a Russian vehicle, which caught fire upon completing its mission. Despite the setback, the vehicle's crew managed to withdraw safely, demonstrating their training and determination under pressure. Russian assault troops overpower AFU defenders in Kharkov region. In a gripping operation in the Kupiansk direction of the Kharkov region, Russian assault detachments executed a daring offensive, targeting fortified positions of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, AFU, near the settlement of Lozova. Strategic and stealthy execution. Exclusive footage from Objective Control highlights the precise and calculated approach of the Russian forces. One serviceman patiently waited for the right opportunity to advance undetected toward an AFU dugout. Objective Control showed how one of servicemen waited for the right moment and stealthily approached a dugout of AFU fighters. Stormtroopers of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation threw TM-62M anti-tank mines into a dugout with soldiers of the Armed Forces of Ukraine near Lozova in the Kupiansk direction. In the course of combat actions by assault units of the Zapad group of forces, 2 AFU servicemen decided to save their lives, laid down their weapons, and surrendered. Surrender under pressure. Amid the intense combat, 2 AFU soldiers chose to surrender rather than face certain defeat. The decision to lay down arms underscores the psychological toll and tactical dominance exerted by the Russian forces during the operation. Russian Defense Ministry reports on the progress of the special military operation. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation. In Kharkov direction, the units of the Sever Group of Forces have defeated formations of one AFU Air Assault Brigade and one border detachment of the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine close to Pervomaiskoye and Alasavka, Kharkov region. The AFU losses were up to 25 troops and two 122mm D-30 howitzers. The Zapad Group of Forces units have improved the tactical situation and inflicted losses on military personnel and hardware of 3 mechanized brigades, 1 airmobile brigade, 1 assault brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, 1 territorial defense brigade, and 2 National Guard brigades close to Lozovaya, Zagorzovo, Kupiansk, Gleshkovka, Kharkov region, Terny, Donetsk People's Republic, and Serebryansky Forestry. In addition, 11 counterattacks of the armed forces of Ukraine have been repelled. The AFU losses were up to 515 troops, 3 pickup trucks, 1 122mm D-30 howitzer, and 3 US-made 105mm M119 guns. 1 ammunition depots and 1 Anklavin electronic warfare station have been neutralized. The Yud Group of Forces units have taken more advantageous positions, defeated formations of 5 mechanized brigades, 2 airmobile brigades of the AFU close to Ulikli, Grigorovka, Seversk, Vasyukivka, Chasiv Yar, Dagnoy, Kharkovo, Anavka, and Uspanovka, Donetsk People's Republic. The AFU losses were up to 285 troops, 1 Kozak armored fighting vehicle, and 1 pickup truck. 2 ammunition depots have been wiped out. The units of the Tsendra Group of Forces continued advancing to the depths of enemy defenses, inflicted losses on manpower and hardware of 3 mechanized brigades, 2 Jaeger brigades, 1 motorized infantry brigade, 1 assault brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, as well as 1 Marine brigade near Dzerzhinsk, Krasnoy, Zaria, Novopustenka, Ukrainsk, Sherbanovka, and Pushkino, Donetsk People's Republic. In addition, 10 AFU counterattacks have been repelled. The AFU losses were up to 440 troops, 1 infantry fighting vehicle, 1 US-made M113 armored personnel carrier, 7 motor vehicles, 3 152mm D-20 howitzers, 2 152mm MSTB howitzers, and 1 122mm D-30 howitzers. The units of the Vostok Group of Forces have improved the situation along the front line, defeated units of 2 territorial defense brigades and 1 National Guard brigade close to Velikaya Novosayolka, Konstantinopol, Vermivka, and Storozivoy, Donetsk People's Republic. 1 counterattack of enemy assault detachment has been repelled. The AFU losses were up to 150 troops, 1 US-made HMMWV and Max Pro armored fighting vehicles, 3 motor vehicles, 2 155mm Bogdana self-propelled artillery system, 2 152mm Akatsia, and 1 122mm Gvozdika self-propelled artillery systems. The units of the Dnieper Group of Forces have delivered strikes at enemy manpower and hardware of 1 infantry brigade, 1 mechanized brigade, and 2 territorial defense brigades close to Orkhov, Novopokrovka, Zaporozhye region, Poniatowka, and Antonovka, Kherson region. The AFU losses were up to 40 troops, 4 motor vehicles, and 1 US-made M777 howitzer. Operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the Russian groups of forces have engaged AFU manpower and hardware clusters in 141 areas during the day. Air defense systems have shot down 4 US-made HIMARS MLRS projectiles and 32 fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, 649 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 37,559 unmanned aerial vehicles, 586 anti-aircraft missile systems, 19,725 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,500 MLRS combat vehicles, 19,411 field artillery guns and mortars, and 29,138 units of support military vehicles have been neutralized. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the operation to neutralize an enemy group which broke into the territory of Kursk region. The units of the Sever group of forces inflicted losses on formations of 3 mechanized brigades, 1 heavy mechanized brigade, 2 tank brigades, 2 air assault brigades, 1 marine brigade, and 3 territorial defense brigades of the AFU close to Gaivo, Lebedevka, Leonidovo, Malaya Lokhnya, Martinovka, Nikolaevo-Derino, Nikolskoye, Novoivanovka, and Sverdlikovo. Operational tactical and army aviation and artillery inflicted fire damage on manpower and hardware of the enemy near Alexandria, Krubelkoy, Mirny, Nizhny Klin, Basovka, Belovody, Vodolazhy, Vesiolovka, and Zurovka in Sumy region. Over the past 24 hours, the AFU losses were more than 200 troops, 1 tank, 3 U.S.-made Bradley infantry fighting vehicles, 7 motor vehicles, and 6 mortars. 1 AFU serviceman surrendered. Since the beginning of hostilities in Kursk region, the AFU losses amounted to more than 39,860 troops, 235 tanks, 174 infantry fighting vehicles, 123 armored personnel carriers, 1,249 armored fighting vehicles, 1,111 motor vehicles, 308 artillery guns, 40 MLRS launchers, including 11 of MRs and 6 of MLRS made by the USA, 13 anti-aircraft missile launchers, 7 transport loading vehicles, 72 EW stations, 13 counter-battery warfare radars, 4 air defense radars, 27 units of engineering and other material, including 13 counter-obstacle vehicles, 1 UR-77 mine-clearing vehicle, 6 armored recovery vehicles, and 1 command post vehicle.